Welcome back to another video from All Things Outdoors USA. In the last video, we did an ammo comparison accuracy test out of my grandfather's Anshultz model 1416 in 22 caliber. You can see the results below. We tested Federal Champions, American Eagles, also made by Federals, these loose value Federals that I have in a sandwich bag, and the CCI mini mags. As you can see the results below, we got a little surprising of a result. American Eagle won the first round of competition. And while we're waiting to get more ammo in to try this test again and put the American Eagle up against maybe some match grade ammo and anything else I may be able to come up with, we're going to explore one of the topics that one of the viewers actually commented that I found really interesting, and I've thought about it and noticed it myself over the years shooting 22, but it's the fact that especially in 22 long rifle, it seems like you don't necessarily always get what you pay for. And it's not that there's anything wrong with the more expensive ammo, just the fact that in 22 long rifle, it seems like some rifles just like some ammo. Now, I can only speak from my experience with hunting rifles. It may be completely different if you're shooting a couple $1,000 target rifle, but that's not me. I don't own those. I don't shoot those. I own and shoot hunting rifles. So in my experience, every rifle kind of likes something different. So far in the Anshultz, it looks like it's cheap American Eagle, but that may not be the same with your rifle. So I definitely recommend you try this on your own and see what your rifle likes best. Now, I would be perfectly happy with stopping here with the Anshultz and saying American Eagle is what I'm going to sight the rifle in for and hunt with. But we're going to continue and see if we can find something even better, for nothing else, just for the fun of it. But in keeping with the concept of every rifle seems to like a different ammo, in 22 long rifle specifically, we're going to try another rifle that I own with the exact same ammo and compare the results. So this next rifle is on the opposite end of the spectrum of hunting rifles, this one. Now, obviously, there's more expensive rifles out there than this Anshultz. There's newer rifles. This one was purchased by my grandfather, I believe, in the early 1960s. So it's been in my family for 70-ish years. The next rifle I have to show to you is a slightly newer rifle. It's probably purchased in the 90s. But on the quality spectrum, as far as hunting 22 rifles, it's on the opposite end of the spectrum. It's not the cheapest of the cheap, but it's also not an expensive rifle. It's a good entry-level rifle. I've always had really good luck with this rifle before I had the Anshultz in terms of accuracy. But we're going to check it out and see if maybe the Anshultz, that's a more expensive rifle, likes the cheap ammo, and maybe this next rifle will like the expensive ammo. I'm just interested at trying to maybe answer the question or demonstrate what the one viewer commented of every one of these 22 rifles seem to like something different. So without further ado, I will show you the next rifle we're going to test. Tell me what you think, how far on the opposite end of the spectrum it is. So again, that was an Anshultz model 1416. This next rifle, which I lovingly call my 2x4 with a barrel on it, but it shoots, is a Marlin model 25N. It just has a cheap Bushnell sharpshooter optic on it. Not that the Anshultz had anything fancy. It has a Simmons 8-point on it. But this rifle has shot well for me in the past, and I'm interested to find out if it also likes the American Eagle or if maybe this cheaper rifle likes the more expensive ammo. So tomorrow we're going to set up the same test with the same ammo, but with a new, cheaper, lower grade rifle, and see what results we find. Stay tuned, and tomorrow we will film the results. All right, I finally have a day where I don't have to work and it's not crazy windy. So we're finally going to get a chance to shoot this Marlin. I just got out of the woods from bow hunting. It's the middle of the rut here in Maryland. And I came home to get a bite to eat, and we're going to shoot this Marlin. If we have time, we're also going to shoot the second round of testing with the Anshultz. I've got some match ammo and some bulk ammo to add to the mix to see what's going to win for the Anshultz, so I can get that one sighted in. All right, without further ado, let's start the shooting. First up, we have the Federal Champion, 40 grain solid point. Next up, we have the American Eagle, also solid point, 40 grain. American Eagle's looking pretty good again. Next contender is the loose in the bag Federal bulk ammo. And last but not least, the CCI mini mags. Just as a reminder, what we got last time with the Anshultz model 1416. The winner was the American Eagle at .16 center to center, followed by the loose Federal bulk ammunition at .40 center to center. Then the Federal Champion at .67, and then in last place, the CCI .83. We'll see how it compares to shooting it out of the much cheaper, as we called it, a 2x4 with a barrel on it. See if they both like the same ammo. All right, we're gonna prove that we can be teachable and not screw up like we did before. We're gonna make sure not only is the caliper zeroed, but that it's in inches before we started. Not that this first measurement's gonna be very close, and I'm not gonna try that hard to get a super close one, but just roughly we're gonna see what these Federal Champions did. It looks like, I don't know what they're the champion of, 2.25. I don't know what the Federal Champions claim to be the champion of, but maybe it's saving people money, because then if you shoot this ammo, you don't have to buy a shotgun, because if you shoot enough times, the pattern looks the same as a shotgun. So I'd probably stay away from those. Neither gun liked them at all. We'll skip over to last time's winner, the American Eagle. Looks like they got a pretty good chance of winning again, even out of the cheap gun. Sorry, trying to see around the camera here. Looks like maybe just slightly bigger than last time. 0.12. Loose Federal. This is what I used to always shoot out of this gun. Hunt with. Not bad at, it's like here we go. Yeah, 0.37. And CCI has a better showing this time, but mainly just because the Federal Champion was so bad. 0.87. So out of two different guns of vastly different quality, it looks like our rankings stayed pretty close to the same. The CCI shot almost the exact same group size as well as the American Eagle and the loose Federal Champion was significantly worse. This one was my cold bore shot, but a 2 1/4 inch difference. I don't really think it matters if it's cold bore that much. So it looks like from this test, we have a pretty good idea of the two that should move on. Again, I want to try this out with a separate gun, because as one of the viewers brought up, it seems like with 22, a lot of guns like a lot of different ammo, but we do see some consistencies here of what, between two rifles that are very, very different, it seems like the top two contenders were the exact same in both of these. So we're gonna go inside and get something to eat and then set up the next target. And we're gonna have the second round with the Anshultz, where the American Eagle and the loose Federal will be moving on. And in the next video, you'll see what I picked, but I have, just like this gun test where we had two different guns on the opposite end of the spectrum, at least in terms of hunting guns, we're gonna try ammo on the opposite end of the spectrum as well. We have some loose ammo in a bucket made by Remington, and we have some match ammo. So stay tuned for the next video and see which one wins in that one. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. It really helps out. This channel is more made for the common man, by the common man. You know, I work a full-time job. I hunt. I shoot for fun. Unlike a lot of other content on YouTube, you got to be careful with what you watch. Those people are paid sponsors, getting paid to say nice things, or bribed with free stuff to say nice things and review their products. None of that's the case here. I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. I'm not shooting several $1,000 Target 22s because that's not what I do. I shoot hunting guns and hunting ammunition. So if you're more like me and you like content from people like you, then stay tuned for the next one. Thanks again and have a great day.